Okay, today we'll talk about kinds of adjectives. Okay, kinds of adjectives. What do I mean by adjectives? Adjectives are words we use them to modify or describe a noun or pronoun, and usually we use it to describe nouns, okay? Because pronouns refer to nouns. Now we have four kinds of adjectives. When we use the adjective, it shows four choices. Either the adjective can show what kind, or how many, or it shows origin or comparison. Now let's explain each one. Let's take these sentences, and through the examples or the sentences we'll explain what do we mean by kinds of adjectives, okay? Let's say there are 20 students in the class. My friend is Egyptian. I have a beautiful, neat room. Okay. Let's say we live in the tallest building, and this bag is heavier than mine. Okay, the first one, there are 20 students in my class, okay? This sentence describe what? Describe students, which means describe the number of students in the class, which is 20. So 20 is an adjective that describe what? Describes students, and students is a noun, okay? Now, this adjective, which is 20, does it show what kind of the adjective is this, or how many, or origin, or comparison? It shows how many students in the class. So this adjective shows how many, because it talks about the amount or the quantity of the noun, which is students in the class. Okay. The second one, my friend is Egyptian. This sentence describes what? My friend, that she is or he is Egyptian. Egyptian is an adjective, and any adjective that is related to a country, okay, it shows the origin of the kinds of the adjectives. Origin, like for example, when you are describing a person or a language, let's say like Arabic language, English, or you are describing a kind of food or a tradition or anything related to countries. When you use this adjective, it shows origin, okay, like Egyptian, Jordanian, Iraqi, American, Mexican, Chinese, and so on. Okay, in the third one, I have a beautiful, neat room. This sentence describe what? The room. How we describe the room? That the room is beautiful and neat. I can use one or two or more adjectives to describe one noun. Neat is describing room, and also beautiful describes room. So I have two adjectives to describe one noun. Now here, these adjectives, do they show what kind, how many, origin, or comparison? It shows what kind of a room do I have. beautiful room and neat room. So these adjectives show what kind. Now let's see here. We live in the tallest building. This sentence describes what? Our building, that it's the tallest one, let's say in the neighborhood or whatever. When we use an adjective to compare between two nouns or more, these adjectives considered as the kind of comparison adjective. So tallest describes building and it shows what? Comparison. Now any adjective that ends with est, which we call it superlative adjectives when we compare one noun with others using these adjectives, so it is part of or kind of comparison. This bag is heavier than mine. Here I'm comparing my bag with this bag, which is this bag is heavier than mine. Heavier is the adjective, okay, and we use it also to compare. And here we are comparing two things. That's why we added er to the adjective, and we call it comparative adjective. So any adjective that ends with est or er, these are considered part of the comparison adjective. Comparison because it shows how we compare two nouns or more. So we have 4 kinds of adjectives. Again, adjectives are words. We use them to modify or describe nouns. We have 4 kinds of adjectives. We have adjectives that shows what kind of the noun do we have. We have adjectives that shows how many of the noun do we have. We have also adjectives that shows the origin of the noun, from which country, let's say. And we have comparison adjectives, the adjectives that we use them to compare between two nouns or more. Okay? Thank you.